How's it going, guys? Welcome back to a Singaporean Life. I'm your host Yolo, and for today's video we will be ranking Singapore YouTubers. That's right, guys, I'm going to be placing them in the order of which it's basically based off my personal preference, okay? So maybe you guys will disagree with my rankings. If you are from any of the other channels and you just so happen to watch me as well, feel free to leave a hate comment if you disagree with it. I don't really give a shit what you think. This is personally what I think, okay? So I'm just going to put this out there first. Or maybe you agree with my rankings. Maybe you can leave a comment down below as well saying why you agree and why you disagree, okay? So I have 13 different Singapore YouTubers here. I know there are many other Singapore YouTubers. I can't possibly include all of them, and I know some of them are pretty big as well. They have like 10,000, 20,000 subscribers, those kind, but they are not that I would say well known in the Singapore YouTube scene. So I'm going to only include the more popular or well known YouTubers right here. Okay, so let us start off first. The very first one, we have the Smart Local. Okay, so the Smart Local is a channel that does exclusively Singaporean content. Okay, much like this channel, I would say. You can see they have a lot of videos that there isn't really any particular focus on the type of videos that they do. They do all sorts of stuff from random games playing. You have your Q&As, you have basically stuff that happens around their office, and you also have other more like touchy episodes whereby they talk about recently they have this series whereby they get people who have lost contact with each other for a long time, they reconnect with each other and all of that. They also have random singing as well. So yeah, there's no main focus for this channel per se. It's just a bunch of random stuff that you that is mostly Singapore related. Okay, so personally, I do watch them sometimes. Some of their content I find that it's pretty good. Some of them it's pretty boring. Like, I wouldn't really go and click on a video. They are not the clickbaity type of channel, so that's at least one thing that I like about them as well. So Smart Local, they have good content, but why say they are the top tier? No. So I'm going to put them in a very reserved B ranking, okay? Next up, we have Wah Banana. Now, Wah Banana is actually one channel that I don't really watch, surprisingly. Don't ask me why, but, you know, I just don't. Like, they are basically doing skit videos, okay, much like most of the other biggest Singapore YouTubers out there. Their skits, having watched 1 to 2 of them, they are decent. I wouldn't say they are the best, but you know, it's decent. Like, it's mostly based off a skit. Like 90% of their videos are skit videos, as you guys can see here. So yeah, I think it's a good channel. It's very similar to NOC and Chianghao Tan styles of content. So if you like the type of skit videos, then you can consider watching them, okay? For this, I am going to put them in B. They don't clickbait as much. Yes, they do clickbait a little bit, but you know, it's not as heavy as some of the other channels, and I'll get into that later on. Alright, next up we have Ladies First. Okay, Ladies First is a channel that is catered specifically to females, that is specifically targeted at females. So I actually do watch a little bit of their stuff, not a lot of it. Like, I mean, most of it is female content after all, but you know, it's still nice and refreshing to see every once in a while. It's not really clickbaity, and there's a lot of informative stuff, and I think this channel really has a lot of good tips for females. Okay, if you're a female watching my channel, then hi there, I'm single, just saying. But anyways, I think this channel has a lot of good content for their female audience. So if you're female, then I think this is really one of the best channels that you can find out there. And for guys that just want to understand girls more, maybe you can take a look at this channel as well. I think it's a really interesting channel, and I would actually put this up at the A tier ranking, okay? Next up, we have Chianghao Tan, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Singaporean YouTuber out there, okay? So this guy has 4.3 million subscribers. That is just crazy. Like, the second place is probably Wah Banana with like 1.3 million. Okay, Chianghao Tan has like 4.3 million, so that's almost 4 times the amount. Okay, he has a very similar style of videos. You can see it's all types of videos, and it's a lot of clickbait, I would say. Like, you look at this, yeah, you basically get the idea, and it's basically girls dressed up in school uniforms. So it's basically any teenage boy's wet dream. Do I really like it? They are mostly focused on skit videos, similar to Wa Banana and NOC, but I find it cringy to some extent. Like, they don't use any Singaporean accent in the video, they don't use any Singlish, and I believe Jianhao has addressed this as well. He said it somewhere, I don't remember where. It's because he wants to cater to an international audience as well, which having 4.3 million subscribers, you obviously have a very large international audience too. So personally, I'm not such a big fan of his skit videos. Some of them, they are okay, but most of them I find it cringy and just overall not that funny, at least not compared to the other skit video channels that I watch. So because of this, I am actually going to put him in the F tier. That's right, guys, come at me, man. Like, the only reason why I watch him, honestly speaking, is cause the girls look good. Like, I wouldn't watch him because his content is any good. Like, very honestly speaking, not many people will actually say this, but that's what I honestly feel, and I think a good part of his audience probably feels that way as well. Live with it. Okay, next up we have Rishi. Okay, Rishi is a not such a big YouTuber. He only has 10,000 subscribers right here. Still not a small number to scoff at. He has some very interesting videos too, and if you guys see here, yes, he has done a rating Singapore YouTubers video as well. No, this video was actually not inspired or copied from his video. This it just popped into my head, and then when I went to check out his channel, I just realized, hey, he actually has done a similar video as well. So there's only so much content you can make out there. But yeah, his type of videos is mostly him sitting in front of the screen and talking about real life Singapore stuff, which is a little bit similar to what I like to do as well. So I think his channel is pretty good. He's quite a funny guy too, and he also does this review on the drink 8 right here. I think you guys should go and check that out too. I think that's a really cool thing that he did. And yeah, I don't really watch his content, but he's growing on me, so I do like his content. He's quite a funny guy. Like, sometimes he's not that funny, but most of the time I do find him pretty humorous. So pretty good content. I would put him in the B tier. Okay, next up, Sneaky Sushi. Alright, Sneaky Sushi. Okay, a very fast growing YouTuber, almost at 100,000 subscribers right now, and he has a lot of hilarious videos. I would say I really do enjoy a lot of his videos. Okay, I should probably subscribe right now. Okay, so Sneaky, if you're watching this, if you want to collab, maybe you can DM me. I don't know, man. But yeah, I really like this guy's videos. Very, very funny guy. He does use clickbait a lot of times, but it's justified. He talks about stuff that happens in Singapore, which is pretty cool as well. Quite similar to what Rishi and myself like to do, and he likes to talk about a lot of viral stuff that goes on in Singapore, and his videos are really, really funny. So I really do enjoy his content a lot, and I would actually put him in the S tier. Okay, next up we have Yolo. Okay, another guy similar to Rishi and Sneaky Sushi. This guy talks about stuff that happens in Singapore, also mostly viral stuff that happens in Singapore. Not so much clickbait, but it's mostly him just sitting in front of the screen, just talking about stuff. Okay, I would say he's self-entertaining. He's not that funny, but he's quite entertaining to watch too. So I will actually rank him as a B as well. Next up we have Tropic Monsters TV. Tropic Monsters TV is one of the older YouTube channels out there, but they didn't really grow as much. They now have almost 60,000 subscribers, and a lot of their videos are skits too. It's very clickbaity with all the girls in the thumbnail right here, and they use a lot of supposedly hot girls to join the views as well. So it's quite similar to what Jianhao and Wa Banana and NOC like to do too. So Tropic Monsters TV, they are not that big. I do not know why Maybe they just haven't got the whole YouTube game figured out yet. Most of their videos, I would say it's also cringy and not that funny, at least not to me. So I would actually put Tropic Monsters TV as probably a C. Like some of them, they are a little bit funny, but they are not Chianghao Tan quality, so I'll put them a rank above Chianghao. Okay, next up we have Zula. Okay, Zula is a subsidiary of the Smart Local. The reason why I've included some of the channels that have branched out from the main channels and not others is because some of them, they are more niche. They have their own they are doing their own thing. Okay, like almost all of these channels have a separate gaming channel, like NOC has one, Jianhao has one, TSL has one, Wild Banana has one as well, but I won't be including them because they all fall under the games category. So if you like playing games, then you'll probably want to watch them. If not, then yeah, it's not really something niche, and I don't really think all of them are worth putting inside this tier ranking. So Zula is a subsidiary of TSL, like I mentioned earlier, and they mostly talk about also stuff that happens in Singapore, but more they don't really include much of their office jokes and all of that inside the video. Like they get different people to come on and talk about their life experiences, like abortion at 25, then you have their first breakup, and then you have people coming on losing her only child to suicide. All of these videos, very cool. You get to hear different life stories from different Singaporeans. Occasionally they do have group discussions as well, and I think some of those videos are quite nice to watch. Like you can just have them playing in the background and you can just listen to what they say. Some of them are quite provocative too, and there are some emotional ones as well. So I think Zula is quite a good channel, and I actually put them as the S tier, right? Next up, Real Talk by Millennials of Singapore. Okay, so they recently rebranded this. In fact, I think this was like the second rebranding. The first one was when they changed into the red Moss G logo. It was just known as Moss G, and now they've changed it to Real Talk by Moss G again. Okay, so the main draw of this channel is obviously their Real Talk, as you guys can tell from why they rebranded it. Okay, so Real Talk, they are mostly talking about sexual stuff, and yeah, it's basically sexual stuff. Okay, quite a taboo topic in a conservative country like Singapore, but you know, it's very interesting because they are very real about it. They are very honest about it, and they talk about all sorts of things from masturbation to puberty to the LGBT community, everything. Okay, so very, I would say, interesting to watch. Okay, informative to some extent. Most of them is just the host sharing their own personal story, so it's quite entertaining, and I do like to watch them as well. Okay, so I will actually put Real Talk as an S tier. Next up, OGS, Our Grandfather Story. This channel not that well known too, only 200k subscribers, but I do think that they deserve a lot more subscribers. Very, very good content, honestly. Like a lot of it is about hawker stores in Singapore, which I really like, and they also talk about other traditional stuff too, which is really cool because they are preserving part of the Singapore culture. They recently started doing a bit of cooking videos as well, which is nice to tie in with all of the quarantine stuff that's going on. So I actually just subscribe to them. So yeah, OGS definitely a channel that you want to look out for too. I think they have very, very good content, and I really wish that they will grow bigger because all of their content, their quality is top notch. You don't see any clickbait or any of that rubbish right there. So OGS, I'll put them in the S tier too. Next up, Eatbook. Okay, Eatbook, another subsidiary of TSL. This one is mainly focused on cooking food and trying food in Singapore. It's food. Who can hate that? And I mostly look to them for restaurant or food recommendations. Okay, they have some very good food recommendations, and their cooking videos occasionally, it's quite interesting as well. Some of their hosts, like not all of them are equally entertaining, but for the most part they are pretty good, and I really like their food recommendation video. So because it's food, I'm going to rank them as the S tier. Okay, last but not least, we have Night Owl Cinematics. This one, they used to do a lot of skip videos. Nowadays, not as much anymore. I do wish that their skit videos will come back. Like, yes, it's a bit more clickbaity, but I think they are definitely a cut above Chianhao's skit videos. Don't like, it's just my personal preference. I mostly watch them for Food King nowadays, and that's really their main draw to their channel right now. Like Food King, all of the food recommendations, very very nice, and I think a lot of people watch their channel for Food King mainly too nowadays. Like once in a while you get these sort of interesting videos too. Some of them are entertaining, not all of them. I do miss one of their old series called the Delicate Art of Production. I think that's quite a funny series to watch as well. Those videos are a bit longer, probably don't join as much views, but I think it's a very nice series to have. Like sometimes they have this as well, stuff that goes on in the office. So yeah, that's also good. NOC, I would probably give them they used to clickbait a lot. Nowadays not as much because they don't do as many skit videos. So in the past I would probably rank them a C, but right now I think I would feel comfortable ranking them an A because I really do enjoy a lot of their content right now. So yeah, this is basically my Singapore YouTubers ranking. I would have included Dkosh here as well, but you know, with all the things that's been going on right now, his YouTube career is probably gone, so I'm not going to include him here. If he was here, I'm going to say this very hypothetically, if he was here, I would put him in the A tier because his videos, most of them are really really funny, and he's a very self-entertaining guy. Like, if you're not going to include all of the crimes and stupid shit that he does, the stuff he put out is actually pretty good, I would say. And he's definitely one of the funniest Singapore YouTubers out there. It's a shame what happened to him. Like, I'm not defending him or saying what he's doing is right, but you know, we lost a good YouTuber. Like, he was a good YouTuber, but he's not a good person because he did something that obviously is not very good. Okay, so yeah, that's it for the tier rankings. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree with my opinions and leave them down in the comments below. So if you'd like to see more such future content, then please subscribe to my channel and help me grow to 100 subscribers. Till the next time, I'm your host Yolo. Peace out.